morning, guys. We are back with another one, back on the River Mersey. So yeah, just in regards to today, I was in two minds of what to do on this morning's session, Saturday morning, 31st of Jan, last day of the month. And basically I was toying with the idea of just completely scrapping fish in the river and potentially going and having a little look to see if I can find some flounders and stuff like that over the River Dee, but I just didn't fancy it, so I thought, right, let's get back on the river. And this could potentially be my last session when it comes to targeting cod as well. I'm going to see how this session goes, and we'll make a decision after it. So it's a mark that I've never fished before, and it's a mark that I've actually avoided all winter. It just seems to have been absolutely hectic, this mark. I've completely avoided it. There's been people live streaming off here, TikToking. Yeah, it's been absolutely hectic. But anyway, it's early in the morning. It's currently, about 5:15. And I've decided that I'm going to give it a go. I've never fished it, like I say, and it has been producing some fish as well. So I thought, I weren't going to fish it. I really weren't going to fish it. Doesn't know where I am. But yeah, anyway, we're going to give it a go, guys. This is, as I say, this is probably my last go at targeting cod. So let's see if we can go out with a bang, eh? So we're going to be fishing with two rods today, and we're going to try two different tactics. One is literally just big baits targeting cod, so worm baits, carp, squid, and we're just going to make a concoction of cocktails and just throw wherever we can. We're going to fish it right up to high water. It was about an hour after low when I got here. High water is roughly around about 10:15, and then we're just going to scratch around on the other rig as well, just to see if we can pick up some mini species. So we're going with a little one up, one down, simple rig. I'm trying out for the first time the smaller version of the tamer hooks. Now that, if you can, that there is a size 4. A size 4. There we go. And they look absolutely superb for your scratching hooks. Wide gape, short shank. So yeah, give these a go today. First cast had a little rattle, but nothing. I think it was crabs, but looking at the rod tip there, a little rattle going on that as well, but that's only down the edge. So yeah, so we're looking for the cod today, and we're also potentially looking for a whiting, a rockling, yeah, just to see if we can get a few more species on the board for Tommy Joe's monthly fish hunt. So that's going to be the tactics today, and I'm using my new rods, which we will show you in a little bit. But yeah, first cast, getting little rattles on the scratching rig, and yeah, we've also brought in some sanitary products as well, which is typical for the river. The river is absolutely full of wet wipes, sanitary towels, condoms, you name it. The river is absolutely full of it, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So anyway, let's see if we can get a few fish, guys. Let's see if we can get a few fish. So this is something that you hear about all the time on the fishing forums. People leaving the gear lying around. Just a hook dangling off the edge there. Pair of pennels. There we go for that, just on the wall. And there was also as well a bit of squid left on the wall. And also as well on the floor, there was a fishing towel as well. Disgusting. Just double check your surroundings when you're fishing, guys. Don't be leaving anything like this lying around. Right then, let's have a look at the new rods. So Achios Nitron 440 SVR. Absolutely stunning finish on this rod, as you can see. You can see the carbon finish on this. just try and get a little bit closer. You can see they look like little rockets. Absolutely stunning. You bring it back, there we go. So yeah, on the bottom section, we've got this finish, black whippings with red tippets, Fuji K guides and gun smoke all the way through. Got your grips there for separating your rods, reinforced collars as well. Again, red whippings. Got the carbon finish here as well on the first section of the top sections. All the way up to the tips. Tide is absolutely pulling through at the moment. But they are a carbo glass composite tip. What that means is it's an S-glass with carbon laid over the top as well. So absolutely superb, super fast recovery. The blank itself, triaxial, which basically means that it's been folded in multiple directions to give it optimum performance when casting. Absolutely superb. Fuji reel seats as well, sliding with the EVA collars. Yeah, so casts 4 to 8 ounce. See if we can just turn it around there. So length 440, which is 14'6". And then casting weight 112 grams to 225, so that's 4 to 8 ounce. Capable of casting wool with bait. So there they are, guys. The new Nitrons out this week. Got myself a pair. I've used these during testing, during the prototype stage, and just absolutely fell in love with them. Powerhouse of a rod, but a true all-rounder. We've had about 3 casts now, and seems to be a bit of an issue with weed. Every single cast I've brought, I wouldn't say huge amounts of weeds, but there's been enough. Yeah, still getting little small rattles on the scratching rig, but I think it could be crabs, maybe small whiting, what have you. But anyway, next to go out, a big juicy cart and lug bait. So let's get that one out there. Quite windy today as well, quite windy. I've brought me glue with me today just to try and keep me out the wind, and it is actually forecast to rain as well, and we've just had a little bit of a shower, so I've just decided to bring this with me just to keep me out the rain. I don't fancy getting wet today. So yeah, anyway, let's get this bait out. Let's see if we can tempt a big MERSEY cod with that. Meh. Oh God, we can only wish, can't we, eh? We can only wish, guys. Let's get it out there. I'll tell you what, guys, we're struggling at the moment. The weed is absolutely horrendous. Yeah, it's absolutely pulling like a train. I mean, see if we can get this in shot for you. But, see if we can. Shock leader's just down there. There we go. We are getting absolutely hammered. I've literally just had to be stripping weed off the line. So I think until the tide calms down, I will be putting it in close, scratching around until we get a bit of slack water, because at the moment it's an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Not the start that we wanted. Oh, it's turning out to be another difficult session. The positive is the weeds died down a little bit now. The tide pool's obviously eased off. We're roughly around about an hour and a half off high water now. But other than those first couple of bites on the first 2 casts, we've had nothing since. Absolutely nothing. So I'm trying all different kinds of ranges, down the wall, 30 yards out, 40, 50, 60. I've varied my casting really. Obviously the last maybe hour or so I've been fishing pretty close in just because of that tide pull. It was absolutely horrendous, but the weed really made it difficult. I mean, it's just winding in and you were getting, what, 20 yards of line in, having to strip it off, 20 yards of line in, having to strip it off. Oh, it was an absolute nightmare. I nearly packed in. It was that bad. But yeah, so I mean, hopefully now that the tide started to calm down, hopefully now we can start seeing a few more bites. Again, even if I manage to pick up a whiting and a rockland, maybe something like that on this session, I'll be happy, because that's another 2 species in Tommy's comp. But yeah, quite difficult at the moment. The rain's held off. We had a little shower earlier on. That's held off anyway, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I thought it was going to be quite busy on here today. But I am the only one. So I don't know if that's telling me something, because this mark over the winter has been absolutely chocker. Absolutely chocker it has. So I'm quite surprised that I'm only one here. There was 2 anglers when I first turned up. They must have fished the low water tide throughout the night. As I say, I'm fishing it up to high. I don't know when the best time to fish this mark is. Never fished it before, but I thought I'd give it a go. So let's crack on, guys, and see what we can do in this next hour and a half. Well, maybe 2 hours. Got about another 2 hours of fishing left, I reckon, something like that. Yeah, I think you know, it's time to go home when you start pulling in plastic bags. I mean, yeah, I pulled so much plastic in today, whether that's plastic bags, other bits and pieces, old wrappers, what have you, tons of weed. It's been absolutely horrendous, it really has. So I'm literally only going to have a couple more casts, I think. Well, I've got another bait ready here, a big bait. I've just chucked out another scratching rig, and that is going to be me. So yeah, it's been another diabolical tough session on the River Mersey. Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, I think this is potentially going to be my last go. We'll see what happens, but I'm just getting a little bit fed up now. I really am. But yeah. Ah, oh, god damn. And a blank on my new rods as well, by the looks of it. Oh well, it is what it is, eh guys, it is what it is. A lot of people have been exactly the same this winter, really struggling. But it's still great to see people getting out there and giving it a go, and that's what it's all about. Get out there, bit of fresh air, and get a bait in the water. You never know, you never know. Right. So that is it. Done. And I think I'm officially going to say that my cod sessions are now done and dusted. I've had enough of them, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just lost all interest in it now, I think. I've given it a go. I've given it me all. It hasn't happened. I'm just getting fed up. So I think that's it now for the cod. I'm not going to target them anymore. It's just really hard. I think this session today, really, although I've had no fish, it's been more so the weed that's been the problem. It's made it really, really difficult. It really has. So yeah, definitely moving over now onto maybe the flounders, things like that. Been speaking to a few of the boys, getting a few conga sessions in, and yeah, can't wait now for the summer. Can't wait. So it's been a very, very tough start to the year. January is over, and I've had one fish. Sorry, tell a lie, I've had 2 fish, 2 dabs. 2 dabs. So that is it, guys. River Mersey cod fishing 2026. Done and dusted. I never want another winter session like that. But everyone's been the same pretty much. It's not just me. It's been pretty much the same right across the board with all anglers. So anyway, that's me done. Home, shower, something to eat, haircut, crack on my weekend. Thanks for watching as always, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.